Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a Wednesday night. We are back at it again. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are the alternative commentary to all the wrestling out there. We'll keep you up to date. We'll keep you in the know. If you like wrestling, this is the place to be, folks. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to hit another 2+ hour live stream. Me and that pretty face have so much to get into, so much to talk about, so much coming out of AEW today and every other day, apparently. It's going to be a fun one, folks. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks. We got AEW Dynamite. We got a huge announcement, and it's going to be fun. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. And like I said, it's a Wednesday night. Happy hump day to everybody out there. I hope you are doing wonderful, doing well, and maybe doing a little of the day. Think about it. But that all being said, like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are live and back at it again. We got AEW Dynamite. It's been a crazy news day in the wrestling world. Maybe one of the worst kept secrets in the history of wrestling. But it should be a wild night, folks. Who's going to rewind? There we go. Back at it. Who's going to take you through all that fun? Well, he's going to tell us.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick. And yes, like Mussolini and Kennedy, we're a cult of personality.
We're going to Saturday.
Yeah, well, if I could do a Nitro theme song, I guess I could have done that because they're very much, and they've been doing what I said all along. Proclaim them, and then, the prodigal son has returned home. Of it is very much WCW, 100% tried and true. But that's not the only news.
Dude, there's so much
announcements.
Yeah, we got so much to unpack. Just with that one story, there's conflicting reports from both sides. What's happening, what's not happening, who's in, who's out, who's going where, what this means, soft split, hard split. Fuck, we don't know. So much to unpack.
Well, that's the thing is Tony's announcement tonight just reiterating what was already announced today, which, like you said, was the worst kept secret in professional wrestling. Or is it a whole different announcement? I thought it could have been piggybacking with that one. It could have been, Mr. Phil Brooks, but apparently that one's very much debatable now at this point. This man of AEW does a good job of staying at the trending point on Twitter. I feel
absolutely. Let's just slip something else out there. And again, I think because there's so many moving parts and there's characters out there. Listen, I'm going to be straight up with everybody as we get this stream started. The boycott the Observer is alive and well. I think it's something that should definitely happen. I've said it a million times, and we'll get into it more as this stream goes, but Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer should be absolutely embarrassed by their behavior completely.
Well, it goes back to even the point that I was harping on for a bit there and everything. I know Dave Meltzer is number one in your heart. But about the whole clickbaity thing and everything, that's a big standing point of what the whole Punk social media drama, I guess, or venting session was about. It's just clickbaity stuff of, like we were talking before we went live, of right now in Wrestling Observer, it has it up of Warner Brothers Discovery Media denies or claims CM Punk not affiliated with AEW Collision. That's the exact headline, which is clickbaity shit, because the only source that Meltzer sources in this as for them denying Punk being attached is that he wasn't in the media release for it. He was not on the new imagery, anything like that. He wasn't, I guess, on an email sent out to the press about this, but that still doesn't tell you anything, because then it gets into the whole Ace Steel coming back potentially. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want to say we are kicking off the show. We do have pyro in the air, brought to you by DraftKings, not sponsored, by the way. But yes, Dynamite is kicking off right now, folks. It's going to be a good one, I hope. And we're getting right into the action. Who's kicking off the show tonight? And Nick, we'll get back to what you were digging into. There's so much
good.
here. It's got layers.
It has layers. Trust me, I was trying to get through the layers to see the start of Dynamite here.
We got Wardlow coming out to the ring.
How did you end up ahead of me?
I'm good at what I do.
Yeah. Anyways, Jason, it's still in the talks. It's still in the works of it's probably going to happen. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. We'll see.
Right.
Larry, what up? C Money, what up? He has an announcement for an announcement of an announcement.
I hope
Boss,
so.
What up? Bobby, what up, boss? Kelly, everybody. What up?
I will laugh so hard. I'll have one of those like Elizabeth moments.
Elizabeth.
Right? Like I will, if he was like, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to let everybody know that we appreciate you watching tonight. Next week, I'll be back with an even bigger announcement. See ya.
I have a super mega announcement coming up.
All right, we got Sockless Wardlow in the ring.
I'm getting him coming into the ring right now. I was going to say, how do you know this man's sockless, sir? What?
He's sockless. Oh. It's such an awkward look. I think you come down a point in the toughness when you're rocking the loafers and no socks.
See my loafers, former Gophers. It was that. Yeah, that's where we go.
TK said CM Punk might not be on the show Collision. Hey, if I was trying to make something really cool and actually get a surprise, wouldn't you say the same thing?
Right.
Wouldn't you say the same thing? I truly believe that the reports that CM Punk was a big part of getting this show, a big part of, TNT going because TNT knows with him, they got numbers, whether it's on a Saturday or not, people will try and track down Punk. He proves it every day that people are very interested in what he's doing, no matter what he's doing. Right. Yeah, I think that if I was TK, this is how I want it. I want people not sure what's happening.
Absolutely. But you would also maybe want it to be good press instead of everything with a negative tinge, a negative feel.
I've said it before. TK should distance himself from Dave Meltzer as far as he can. Because everyone's viewed Dave Meltzer as in Tony's pocket, but now more and more he's muddying the waters. He's fucking things up for you.
That's not going to happen. That's like asking Smeagol to give up the ring. It's not going to happen.
Speaking of Smeagol in the ring, we got Lucha Kane and Christian Cage.
Yeah, we've got his Smeagol coming out right now, Christian and Kanosaurus.
Right. No Arn Anderson with Wardlow, though.
Well, he got caught with the strap, I think. That might have been. He pulled a John Moran. He's been suspended for a little bit, so he got caught with the strap. Chris, what up? Bobby, what up? Maybe his announcement, he's hired writers. Well, yeah, I haven't gotten anything. Have you? Because I think we'd be pretty qualified for that.
I didn't get the call.
We got as much qualification as the man who owns the company. So,
but yeah, no, for me, I highly doubt he's going to hire writers. I assume the announcement is the TV deal. He's just going to reiterate what we already heard, right? There can't be. What would be another
letdown?
Yeah, but what would be another huge announcement other than
Wembley? One of the matches for Wembley.
I think that's a letdown.
The only thing, or would be announcing a draft. Would be announcing a brand split.
Dude, we got to do our fucking AEW.
Now we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to. We got to do it. But I feel like, who do you start out? You have to start out with the initial three. You either start out with Dynamite and the Elite, or Collision.
Oh, they come.
FDR.
It's crazy to me. Now Wardlow right now. Oh, Wardlow throwing the headbutt on Lucha, but taking a low blow from Christian.
Oh.
So are you surprised we're setting up Christian Wardlow instead of Lucha Kane and Wardlow?
Are we sure we're not setting up Lucha Kane versus Wardlow?
According to Christian, it's his name on the contract.
Okay. That's interesting to me. Because I thought Christian kind of worked his point to that, not to mention, you're way ahead of me because I just got a low blow now. But wouldn't it be
sliding the ladder?
Wouldn't it behoove Tony Khan and Wardlow and Lucha Kane and everybody, all the parties involved, if it was more Kanosaurus versus Wardlow of two big beefy boys, or a big beefy boy and his dinosaur slapping meat? Pause.
Well,
again, this.
Mm-hmm. Well, they were kind of throwing the ruse at us and the swerve of, you're going to fight me, not Lucha Kane. Now they're beating him with a ladder. Do you have the ladder?
got the ladder getting into the ring right now. I might be.
Okay. Let me know when it's propped in the corner.
Okay.
He hits him in the head with it first. Folks, right now, Christian and Lucha Kane are laying a beating on Wardlow. How you guys feeling? Start of the show, starting with flames a little bit, or
right.
actually.
Well, Raw saying your room setup looks badass.
Thank you.
Well, we figured we'd do something a little different and everything. Is this one I should do the prop lean and everything to expose the things? But
this is
a little bit differently than you see with every other streamer that just got, whatever room that they're in that, it's got 80,000 Funko Pops and action figures in the background and all of that. Oh, so I've got Wardlow through the table or through the ladder, Lucha and Christian holding their hands up, now dragging out the ladder.
So are we going to have a ladder match? Why else would you beat him up with a ladder?
Because you can't do the concerto because of copyrights.
Speaking of copyrights, how do we all like that new AEW Collision logo?
Yeah. Well, I just got the unprettier from Christian onto Wardlow on the ladder. So it's got to be, I'm assuming it's a ladder match, but still, I do think it's a little. Can Edge and Christian walk away from the TLC gimmick ever, or is that just synonymous with them? Are they the Dudley Boys with tables? Of Edge and Christian are synonymous with TLC, I feel. Yeah. That's why it's always got the concerto or a ladder match. It's a little bit like how the Dudleys are constantly tied to tables.
Dude, so I think this would be hilarious, and I would love to see like the AEW sympathizers out there, the hardcore AEW fans. Just it gets announced, WWE suing for use of Monday Night Nitro logo.
That's still, it's so funny because, I mean,
do it.
It would be so petty. It would be so petty.
It would be petty as shit, but I'm all for it just to fuck them up.
Right.
No, and like I said, I love when it's tit for tat. I like when it gets petty. I like when there's a little bit of war going on.
A little bit. Well, Larry's saying, see, there was a camera botch apparently.
We're getting Jane, so you know what that means. Everybody's
I've got still Don Callis on my screen, but Boss, what up? Scott, what up? Everybody, what up? I might have to.
No, I'm waiting for you to get to Orange Cassidy.
No, you're fine because I was about to maybe potentially do a different thing to where I would have gotten it on another way. But yeah, I've got Jane coming out right now.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy coming to the ring, folks. He's taking on Roosh tonight. We will take your predictions on this match. And why is it Orange Cassidy?
Right.
Right? Let's be real.
Little bit.
Unless Andrade comes out. Penny low for Wardlow. I like it. Just in case we haven't said it, Larry, Jilly, Boss Monster, Dale, Boston's in the house. Larry, Never Fear, of course. Jason. Oh, here comes Darbs. Wait, it's a tag match, isn't it? Is it a tag match? Victor, what's up? Damien. Money's in the house.
Yeah, no, it was Damien that pointed out it was a tag match earlier. We'll get to
that. Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good.
Who's Roosh's partner? Or is it Jungle Boy versus Roosh? My bad. There you go.
Jungle Boy versus Roosh is one. This is a whole different one. This is OC and somebody versus Big Bill and Lee Moriarty.
That's right.
Mega Chronic. And that, trust me, I think that's going around here quite frequently. But thank you very much for the super chat of this is for your tag stream championship belts. Absolutely 100%.
I like it. Coming soon, folks. Coming soon.
Well, like I said, I feel like somebody might have, speaking of copyright, somebody might have already tried to copyright that whole gimmick and shtick and everything like that.
Oh, really?
Well, at least being on YouTube with a championship belt on their shoulder and everything, call themselves the YouTube champion. But that's neither here nor there. But yes, that is a reminder, folks, that we do have the super chat, the super stickers while this is going on. If you want to make sure you get your point across, or if you just want to help support the channel, if you want to see us having the physical gold tag stream champions out here when I'm cutting the Road Dogg promo and everything like that, then we got the super chat, the super stickers.
Right. Now, so we got, this would be better if it was Big Bill and Enzo, but just me.
What do we got here? Cup of haters. Cup of haters. JV, what up?
So it's funny. We have, I guess because Sammy had a match last week, so we're just getting an appearance by Sammy tonight. The other three pillars are in a match.
I'm still.
Oh wait, OC's not a pillar. How the fuck did OC get in this story? What the fuck is happening? Right? No.
Nobody knows. It's because you have your biggest baby face versus your biggest mid-card baby face. So actually, I don't hate this if we didn't have the Fatal 4-Way going on. That's the thing.
Right?
But we do take predictions for all the matches, folks. So give us your predictions and why is it clearly Team Babyface of Darby and OC.
Uh-huh.
If you're taking Big Bill, I got some swamp land in Florida that I can try and sell you too.
Right. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. They are.
A little bit, allegedly, supposedly.
Got OC and Darby for the win. Why is Darby with these goofs? I don't know.
Because he's SAWFT. Why is this match happening? I like how, it's the sign of really good booking when everyone's asking, why the fuck is this happening?
Fans of the show. We're huge fans. And we're like, wait, this doesn't make sense. Even my brain can't compute it.
Everybody's excited for Collision. People don't watch the shows that they already have. The numbers for Rampage are the lowest they've ever had. 300,000 people tune into Rampage.
Right. Now, what if Collision comes out and starts banging out 1.2, 1.1 on a weekly basis, which is a challenge on a Saturday? There's 9,000 reasons. The key demo would rather be out and about on a Saturday night, I imagine, most of them. So, I mean, it's a tough time slot. But let's say it does start doing well. Then do we start
depending on how they initially launch it, it will, just like Rampage did. Because remember, CM Punk debuted on a Rampage. That was the whole kickoff to the show, and it did fantastic. And then now it's gone
gonna blow
into the Dwellers. And I find it so hilarious of everybody it's going to start resembling Sunday Night Heat, which isn't that funny with the Collision logo.
Right.
But I didn't know that was news. To me, it's kind of always resembled that, or WCW Thunder, at least, of it's just literally nonsense of here's people thrown together in matches.
Well, now what if again, I'm really curious. Now, there is a lot of that where I'm like, I want to see how this plays out. If it is a Punk and FTR and Andrade and Miro and people rumored that maybe Jade would be over there. Now, are we going to get more titles? Are we going to have one champion? What are they going to do with their belts?
No, that's another thing that's been talked about and speculated and everything.
Layers,
are we going to get new championships added into it and everything because of the new show? Or are we going to just get like the TNT title moves over, the TBS title moves over? We get a little bit of that.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to have some shifting for sure. And one of the thing.
Did I break or did you break? Because I think you just heard it. And then one other thing.
My mic took a pause. My mic took a pause. Okay. What I've said several times, and my biggest concern is the dissension this could further cause. Like if Saturdays is crushing Wednesdays or Wednesdays crushing Saturdays, when does the fan base start arguing with each other? No, CM Punk shows better. No, Young Bucks shows better. Like, it's not, you want a united fan base. That's where you make your most money, is when you have a large collective of people that kind of come along and feel the same thing. But you're going to create tribalism within your own brand. That is different.
Right. And by the way, just so I know that it wasn't just me with the vitamins here, Blake plays what up of, and then what the fuck was that? I thought it was KJ rapping. What the fuck was that? Take that, rewind it back. Yeah. Rip it and reverse it. And then one thing. Yeah. So, okay. So it wasn't just me. That's good to know because when you're on the vitamins and everything, you sometimes have to make sure it's not you.
Right. My mic took a heel turn, folks.
Yeah, it silenced you. That Meltzer corrupted it. But
Nobody knows I'm talking shit.
No, we've already established I'm the AI here. So
right. No. It's just Tony and his peeps know we're talking shit again. So we're getting mic'd.
We've been silenced. Well, that's why we're the voice of the voiceless, the pundits of the people.
The pundits of the people.
but it could very much create that divide amongst their own fan base, as well, like you were saying. And it also just kind of comes down to, have you watered down your product a bit? I know they've trimmed dark elevation, but at the same time, you do get the added benefit of, and the Hopium tribe view of it, of, well, it's 2 more hours of TV. If they really do a brand split, it could actually create a divide. And if you do get that, it's, say, the FTR show versus the Bucks show, and the FTR show starts to win out of, then it's a little bit more of, okay, so then the Bucks have to step their game up. You would hope. There is a bit of that hope of, it might give more of a spotlight and just expose a little bit of more of the issues going on with AEW. But it is also, you're going to win people over with that retro kind of vibe, I feel, with it very much having the Nitro look, all of that.
You're not wrong. I mean, people are going to tune in. I'm going to tune in. You're going to tune in. We want to know what's going to happen. So that's a good thing. But I agree with Boston on this comment for sure.
I blame them on the fact that I like Creed.
It's like in
theory, just doing, hello, my friend, we'll meet again.
Right.
Been a while, where should we? Oh, I've got
Darby gets the hot tag. Double elbow.
You're on a whole nother level with me.
Okay. Did you get the hot tag?
You're good. Just keep going. I'm trying to fix it.
It was a slow tag. Like,
tepid tag.
Pop, man. But those are the moments where OC has to do something outside of his gimmick. Like, you got to act like it meant something. Even if you died and just dived out, made the clap and laid out. But when you're in a desperate situation, you walk to the corner. It's bullshit. Right. That's where people shit on the gimmick.
Oh, I've got Darby with a house of fire just going back and forth. Both men in the corner. Dodges his Big Bill, hits it, then.
Oh! Big Bill got him by the throat.
Shout out homie there in the cap and gown with the MJF scarf, by the way, in the crowd. Mm-hmm. But to me, we should have just gone with MJF versus Darby. We didn't need the 4 pillars match now. But at this point, that's a conversation for another day. That's the weird thing with AEW, is it seems like every hot take, every big hot opinion, everything that people get fired up about only lasts about 24 hours before something else insane happens.
The best part. Now it's hourly. Everybody was talking about, oh shit, they hit it. It's official. We're getting Collision. A couple hours later, it's like, oh fuck, Punk's not going to be involved. Or, oh, did you hear this? Like, it's nonstop news cycle.
100%. Well, and then you've got even the wrestlers themselves getting involved.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, Punk telling people to go, touch grass.
It was just one of those. It was just a nice little chef's kiss on the end of it, 100%. And especially when he's very much of like, stop with the clickbait bullshit. Stop. Right. Allegedly. I like this though. Oop, go ahead.
This Mike's my sacrifice.
My sacrifice. But you were saying,
oh, I can't remember. Freemason.
Me with the submission.
Oh, I was just like, all I can think of is we do.
Right.
We do.
Who says Tony's booking shite? We do. We do. Who streams wrestling every night? We do. We do.
That's amazing. Come on, Darby, mess with the OC, get pinned. Yeah, right? Great communication. Thank you, Tony.
Darby's gotten himself over lately.
Oh, double
to
superplex.
Me, it becomes this, dose superplex. But it feels like he gets weighed back down again. It's a little bit like with him still being Sting's little buddy.
Right. Maybe KJ is Jim Morrison in secret. I'm not that cool, guys. I'm sorry.
Riders of the Storm.
Right. Could the possible draft being an authority figure like GMs? Maybe. Or the announcement? Yeah. I mean,
spoiler alert, folks. I know we've talked about up to something season and everything like that, but Tony watched our draft video And much like how the Pat McAfee show got signed with ESPN, we got an announcement. We're going to, I guess, Warner Discovery. We're going to be the GMs of Collision and Dynamite. Could you imagine?
Orange Crush!
Oh,
beach break. I always fuck up.
Sorry, but I love the fan walking across the screen right now with a Tapatio sign. That's Vince with the mustache and the Tapatio logo.
You just picture the guy sitting there, Nick, like
on the big bill, coffin drop.
Oh, wait. What is this?
Oh, I like that callback, and that's a point ahead look smart because he won the match with what MJF beat him with.
Okay. No, a decent match. Not my fave, but it was decent. A nice finish there.
But imagine, though, if that was happening and this was just building to Darby versus MJF.
Yeah.
That would have meant way more.
That's been the most compelling part of this build.
100%. I saw somebody, and I know we like him, but he mentioned about how MJF and Darby's got a bit of that modern Flair Dusty vibe of they both are from polar ends of the whole position.
Yeah. It's the Gen Z spoiled rich kid versus the creepy goth kid. Nobody likes me. Nobody loves me. It plays perfect.
Right. And Darby's shown what he can. Shit. He stepped it up on the mic and he stepped it up in the ring.
The Young Bucks in the house. Wait, who's that?
As the BCC's now circling them, like they didn't just know that they were there. Just
what the fuck are the odds?
I hate those stupid waiting off in the wings. Oh, we thrown the luggage.
Oh,
I didn't know we were filming Being the Elite at Dynamite.
Oh, that was so ridiculous.
Little Nicky onto the hood.
Fancy finding you two here. Big Bill for the win.
There's no spot that they could have been hiding behind unless they were hiding behind a car here. There's a fucking wide open parking garage.
You're walking through the parking garage. You don't notice 4 men coming from the distance?
You're telling me Moxley isn't huffing and puffing like the big bad wolf? Fucking gassed already, just trying to hide?
Right? Dude, is someone's car revving? What is that noise?
I don't know, but Moxley cuts a promo right into the hard cam. And by the way, if you're trying to say we just out and outright hate AEW, I'm wearing a goddamn Moxley shirt as I'm making fun of the man.
Well, there you go. So,
unlike other people who do a WWE review and then just wear the other
AEW hoodie.
Yeah.
How does anyone
there's Arn. There's Glock Anderson.
Giving him shit. Fuck you and your ice.
I didn't realize, though, initially how cold Christian's comment was in his last promo.
Yeah.
Because I know he's looking for a new son. I was like, oh, that man is cold.
Right? Christian gets more heat than anybody in AEW. So, what are you prepared to do? Are you prepared
to going to take the Glock and
press it? Exactly, right? You're going to get the Glock. Are you ready for the Glock, Wardlow?
I got that thing on me. Yeah,
ladder match.
Ladder match. Wardlow versus Christian at Double or Nothing in a ladder match.
So it's Wardlow Christian ladder match. Obviously, Lucha Buddy is going to be an issue, and ladder match. Wardlow won a ladder match, so he's got history with ladder matches.
Yeah, fair enough. He's got that's how he got the Sonic ring. Well, Unbroken saying wrestling garages are worse and more dangerous than but
accurate.
Fair enough. But have these people not watched NXT? That's where the goons all hang out and they injure people.
People are getting run over and everything. It kills me. Double AR.
Right? Has no one learned anything from Stone Cold Steve Austin? What?
Right.
I did it for the Rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on a commercial break. Just to keep you up to date, OC and Darby just got a W. The Young Bucks got beat up in the parking lot by BCC. We still have a huge announcement coming our way. We got so much more. We're going to hear from Don Callis and Sammy, Guevara, Jericho versus Roderick Strong in a very predictable match. Ricky starts taking on Jay White.
Yeah, okay. I got
should have been a
cross-pollinated there. We're good.
That should have been a pay-per-view match, buddy.
coulda, shoulda, woulda at this point. There's a lot of coulda, shoulda, wouldas when it comes to AEW. But so do we want to talk about while we're in commercial break about the CM Punk Ace Steel situation?
Yeah, let's talk about that because I need a little more detail on the Ace Steel part of this.
So I was trying to find the actual report, and I can maybe pull that up here this way. It was reported from Mike Johnson on Wrestling Insider Now. I'm terrible, but about Ace Steel potentially being brought back into the fold, or a backstage for potentially Collision. And it would have been even then to where he may have not actually even been backstage. It would have been remotely. And a lot of people attributed
can come in on Teams. That's it.
Right. And a lot of people initially attributed that to CM Punk, obviously.
Okay, makes sense.
But I've also seen Fightful report about it, that it may have not been Punk that initiated the conversation with that whole situation. It might have been Chris Jericho who initiated it in their meetings, remember, beforehand.
Yeah.
That
you think might it was have been more of
like a peace offering, a try and ease the tension here of, well, we'll have Ace come back and actually work. And it was PW Insider, sorry, but yeah, it was Mike Johnson, and I'm pulling up the article right now.
Right, he's like, the only way you get me is if my buddy comes back. Jericho's
right.
Like, fine.
So, do you want me to try and read this verbatim here?
Go ahead.
For those who, fair enough. For those who asked what happened to CM Punk was not announced. What happened that CM Punk was? Oh, as we're back from commercial, so getting cut off. I'm getting the hook. And he's not from that hook.
Ace Steel, yeah. In fact, Ace Steel rumored to be maybe returning. Orange Cassidy having a conversation. $10 says he gets jumped.
Oh, probably, and it'll probably be pretty blatantly obvious. I am a bit annoyed that everything seems so like. How do you not realize someone's like 10 feet away from you?
So we're getting Kyle Fletcher against Orange Cassidy at Double or Nothing. Do you find it weird that all of a sudden you just drop a guy like Kyle Fletcher in? Like nobody on the active roster could have fought OC at Double or Nothing?
Yes, but this is what people worry about, or some of us have worried about with Collision of, I don't have enough time to fit everybody on my TV show when it comes to Dynamite. So now we've got another 2 hours. If there's no actual hard brand split, does it not just become Dynamite light? That's how everybody complained about WWE of feeling the same from Raw and SmackDown. Does that not just become Collision?
It becomes possible. Now, if the rumors were true and somehow this was tied into CM Punk, and the way to keep all the disgruntled wrestlers happy was giving them their own show because they can't get along with the EVPs, which is fucking ridiculous, by the way, everybody. I think that even if that's the case, Nick, there's too much talent there for it to be that watered down. You know?
Well, we've said that with Dynamite and Rampage. That's the thing, is it's one of those of, at this point, I understand that there's still only 3+ years in, but there's been enough track record that shows that they just kind of, there's a certain group that Tony likes, and that's the certain group that gets booked on TV. Speaking of which, we've got Sammy Guevara versus local enhancement talent right now.
Okay, so Sammy is in a match. Oh, yes. It's over. There you go. Squash match for Sammy. The booking and the build to this makes no fucking sense, man.
Right. Show me the reason. Show me the point. Show me where that garnered more attention to the 4 pillars.
Why wasn't it? Wait, time out. Why wasn't it Sammy and fucking Darby in the last match?
Because you're giving it away too early. It makes too much sense.
Right? Then they still win, but they don't get along great. And is Sammy getting hyped in cheers?
This is why I said that they're rushing the other two being involved in this Four Pillars match, and that's what bothers me.
Right. They're trying to turn Sammy into a babyface, and he's not a babyface.
Are they even actually trying to take him into a babyface, or is he just kind of, he's lost in the shuffle of, he can't go full heel because then he'd be pairing with MJF still.
Yeah.
And he can't go full babyface because then why the fuck are you pissed off about Darby and Jungle Boy?
You guys have watched me grow up in front of you. Yeah, like he's trying to, he does this like baby face, then accidentally turns into like he's like you said, he's all fucking scrambled eggs.
But is this not a little bit of like the Miz turned around and started coming out and cutting face promos and everything like that? Of one of those of you were seriously like, I don't believe you.
Yeah, it just
you were literally a heel like last week.
Forever.
You listen to somebody else because your heart's almost gotten you killed about 4 times in matches right now, my guy.
He's a better promo than Jungle Boy. He's a better promo than
that's not a hard bar to fucking get over. That's a terrible bar when it comes to fucking limbo. But as far as like hurdles or anything, that's a fantastic bar to try and jump over. There's history. They're all fucking young. They've got what maybe accumulated about a year and a half of history between the 4 of them amongst each other. Like, what the fuck?
So now we're getting a package to follow up the Sammy promo for the for Double or Nothing here, folks. The Pillars match or Pillows match.
Getting the replays from the first or last Double or Nothing. We're getting a replay from Revolution. We're showing all the matches that they've had individually amongst each other, and now they're all colliding.
They're all colliding. Last Wednesday, we're getting a replay. Oh my God, I want to be more positive about this shit. What is happening?
It was meant to be their Avengers movie. Speaking of wrestlers in MCUs and all of that, which I don't think anyone was, but to just segue tie in. But this was meant to be their MCU, and instead it felt more like their Justice League. It felt like a little bit of a flop, and you know it's going to fucking blow up once it comes out.
The match should be decent, though. We'll see how they deliver. It should be decent, though. It's almost like Sammy wishes he was Randy Orton. Could be. I could see him wishing. I want to be Randy Orton.
Want to be Randy Orton. I mean, you hear voices in your head, but they talk to you.
Tony bringing out Jeff Jarrett. The music instantly makes me cringe at this point in wrestling history.
I was gonna say, and I feel like it's at this point of, so who wants to take a pause first?
Yeah, fuck. Dude. I'll quickly say this. If you want to pause, you can grab a pause. I'll go on a little bit of a rant here.
All right.
I'm unimpressed with some decisions here. Folks, we are bringing out Jeff Jarrett and the gang. It looks like we're going to get... Oh, no, they're going to get jumped because that's what we do. FTR shoved the Giant off the stage. And we got to fight. Another jumping, another mugging. Oh, they took the fun out of my rant. Oh, Jay Lethal clapping Dax with that belt. I do not want to see FTR versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. I don't want to see it. I do not want to see Mark Briscoe mixed up in this bullshit. Mark Briscoe, you had a sure bet. Whoa, Dax rips the pant leg off Jay. Now the shirt. We're getting a little Ric Flair treatment here. I don't want to see this. FTR came back. Yes, Cash Wheeler's birthday. FTR re-signed. And, man, I just can't imagine. Like, we don't have better tag teams. We don't have something elevated that they could be doing. There you go. Some more love for Cash. I've got the Celtics on right now. I saw Jarrett and switched immediately. Right? It's like I said, Mark Briscoe should be the Ring of Honor World Champion right now. Mark Briscoe should at least, at minimum, be the Ring of Honor TV champion right now. To me, missed opportunity. Fuck, I would have been impressed. Just give him the TNT title. Let him win the TNT title. Let him carry the TNT title. The pop you get when he comes out is outstanding. This beating is just going on and on and on, guys. In a world of too much security, Jarrett's reaching for the ropes. Oh, you know what's going to happen here. Wait. Karen Angle. I mean, Jarrett. Ah! Oh, fuck. This just gets worse. Dax takes the stroke. Cash gets nutted for his birthday. Sanjay back up from his fall. Pissed right off. Me and Taz agree. All right. Singh, double choke slam. Miss Jarrett, yep. Oh my God. I know Nick says it feels like WCW around here, but bing, read my mind, my friend. Is anybody jazzed to see fucking old school TNA play out on our fucking TV screens on a Wednesday night? I can't wait. Like, we're getting the dueling banjos. Karen Jarrett is in the building. Here comes Dixie Carter. Sanjay break a pencil yet? Guys, what are we doing? I so want to cheer this shit on. I so do. I can't. The crowd's not even that loud. I don't know. You tell me at home. Is the crowd popping for this? Global Force Wrestling invading AEW. 20 years ago, this was stale. Thank you, boss. You're not wrong, man. Fuck. I want to hear the people that struggle to find out. Listen, I know I bitch about this all the time, guys, but we try and call it the way we see it. Raw wasn't great. We were here just to hit it. So now I got Darby doing a backstage. Renee pointing out about the headlock takeover. For those who didn't get that, it was a shout out to how MJF beat Darby, and he reminded him of how that happened. The crowd was not lively. Telemundo. Gigante. Oh, Sammy. Like, see, they're trying to make Sammy a baby face. So they gave Sammy a promo, and now he's interrupting fucking Darby's time to talk more. Oh, fist bump. They're giving a baby face rub to Sammy. What? I must be fucking high. Here come the Outcasts. So, guys, the show's just going to get a little more interesting from here. I believe this is going to be a 6-woman tag match. All right, they got matching jean jackets now. Okay, that's cute. Crowd was louder for Darby and OC. Makes sense. I agree with that. Guys, I swear to you, I want to find all the good stuff. I want to talk about how awesome this is and how awesome that is. That whole segment, again, Mark Briscoe being a special guest referee on the pay-per-view for a match that nobody really gives a fuck about. There has to be better out there. Tony has all this talent. I watched a fellow YouTuber who I respect a lot. He did like a breakdown of who's going to Collision, who's going to Dynamite. Tony has a shit ton of talent. He can pull off these two shows, no problem, with quality talent on both shows. But I'm worried that Tony doesn't have the capacity to juggle all this, that he doesn't have the ability to book all this. And people can shit on WWE and Triple H and McMahon, but Tony's been very stubborn in his booking. It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem to matter at times. And people that get mad, oh, they didn't explain why Brock's mad at Cody. I get it. They didn't. But fuck, is any of this shit explained? Help me. I'm optimistic that Collision might be a better put together show. Just because you might have people pushing back a little more. Like, nope, not going to do it. KJ, what did I tell you? Tony Khan saw Raw and said, I can make Dynamite suck more. So here comes Shida. Here comes Baker. It's a tag match, right? Hayter is on the shelf. Now, the funniest part about this whole situation is Jamie Hayter, the fans pushed for Jamie Hayter. She got over with the fans. The fans were vocal about how much they like Jamie Hayter. But ever since Jamie Hayter won the title, Britt Baker has been in the spotlight. And I know Britt Baker's a star. I think Britt Baker is one of, if not the best female talent that AEW has. But Jamie Hayter is your champion, and you got Britt coming out making saves. You got Britt coming out and taking on people. You get Britt and Adam Cole angle. Like, oh, wow. Shida with the suplex into the corner on Tony. So it's going to be Ruby and Tony against Shida and Britt. I will take your predictions now. All right, Booker. Accusations. Got DMD and Shida for the win. Got DMD and Shida for the win. I have a feeling that the Outcasts are going to steal it. Shida looks amazing, by the way. Welcome back, Shida. I like Shida. I do not like Riho. Oh, big knee. Put Starks instead of Jungle Boy as a pillar. Yeah, I mean, shit. You have other options too. I mean, but Starks would be a great one. Starks is a star, and they caught fire with Starks. Starks, to me, is one of those examples of guys that kind of took off on their own in AEW and kind of got fanned out by the booking. Tony looking lovely. KJ, I want you to breathe, and please don't have any aneurysms when somehow Alicia Fox joins the Outcast. Elizabeth, no, that I can't survive that, JV. I can't survive that. I'm all worked up over what I'm getting now. All right, Ruby on the apron, egging on Tony, trying to get her teammate to move. Saraya with the trip. Saraya, whatever. Paige. Awkward exchange between Paige and Britt. And then we get the booty bump to the floor, which should have happened already. Then the ref distracted, but that's just me. And big knees by Saraya, who said she's dealing with injuries, and that's why her wrestling has been shite. I got Team DMD. All right, the majority going DMD. Ruby Soho was better as solo. Shenanigans, Outcast win. I'm with you, Victor. That's my shout. That's shenanigans. Tomfoolery.
Speaking of shenanigans and tomfoolery, right. How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. We're
100% nothing Nick, but malarkey.
We are 50 minutes into this stream, and I swear to God, I'm pumped about like the cool things that are happening in AEW. I want to cheer this show on tonight, and it's just a lot of fucking bad nonsense.
Oh, I was trying to find the positive, and I know everybody was expecting, like certain people, like we talked about with our buddy Big Rig over at the DWI, they were expecting me to just froth at the mouth and sound like somebody and everything with that. But the second Karen Angle showed up on my screen,
get the fuck out of here!
It triggered something in me. It's like a werewolf seeing a full moon or something like that. It's just one of those.
The man legit changed your T-shirt.
Exactly. It's one of those seriously,
everyone
it feels that Tony Khan can't rely on old stereotypes, old callbacks, stuff that us wrestling fans really used to like the Outcasts or their Lady DX.
Yeah. If you
We've brought back the Nitro feel for Collision. We're bringing back old 2007 TNA and everything like that. This man literally just relies on nothing but old wrestling crutches. Of if I'm Shad Khan, I pull Tony Khan and say, listen, you're a spoiled brat with no wrestling booking, with no wrestling knowledge. Like, you are on a message board. That's all you do. You are pampered, spoiled. I have given you all of my money to fucking run with, but you are pissing it away, son.
Like I said, I know I said I want you to spend your money while I'm still alive to see it. Can you do it in a less embarrassing fashion?
I was going to say, hey, Shad Khan, that's the way you talk to your son.
Yeah, Shad, can you put your kid in check? He's gone buck fucking wild.
Right. He's Richie Rich at like Toys R Us right now. Just I'll have that. What are you gonna play with them all? And then he forgets, he's got to dust off Miro and I remembered I still have you. Oh, Andrade. Well, you didn't play well with my Sammy action figures, so you guys get your own show over here and everything.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. But listen, man, you have your key demo, right? If anybody under the age of 25, 26, 27, 28 even know who the fuck Karen Jarrett is,
do they remember that she was Kurt Angle's wife?
Well, I called her Karen Angle right under the oops.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing is he plays to a smart mark audience. He plays to, respectfully, guys like us, guys a bit of our audience and everything, of you're not drawing in that mass appeal, that casual audience, that lapsed fan, that doesn't like WWE, because guess what? 90% of your storylines involve ex-WWE guys and call back to shit that happened in WWE. Like,
that's the whole band, the whole restraining order thing with Jericho, which is going to lead to a fight where we basically drag it out into getting what we want. I mean, so 90s. Now you look at the Nitro inspired logo. You look at Global Force Wrestling showing up on your fucking Wednesday show. You have a lot of talent on this roster. We talked about it. There's no reason to be highlighting Jarrett.
That's the big announcement is Con. He
just signed Jarrett.
Jarrett Gold. He's going to start doing a whole new cryptocurrency and everything. You get a signed 8x10 of Tony Khan.
I want to see the post, Nick. Global Force Wrestling is all elite.
I trust me. If anybody out there is listening to the sound of our voices, if you can do that and drop that to either one of us, our social is going 100%. I want that to go viral.
Yeah,
so bad. That'll be the new championship on Collision.
Right. That's what's going to happen on Saturday Collisions is like Karen Jarrett's going to like run the show and Jeff Jarrett.
She's going to be their Dixie Carter. Could you imagine? By the way, I've got Sheeta just throwing down all the elbows. This woman throwing elbows so fast, it looks like she doesn't have a fist.
Sheeta looks great. I like Sheeta a lot. She got tatted up on the shoulder.
She's the only AEW Joshi wrestler that's actually not fit into that change the channel realm.
My god. I saw people on a live chat today. Like, what are they going to do with Sakura? And what are they going to do with him? Like, who gives a really? We're really worried about what he's going to do. Back on airplanes. Like, get the fuck out of here.
To stardom.
Go back to apartment wrestling.
You went aggressive. All right.
I gotta take time out.
All right. This man's off to yes, Nitro Girls confirmed. Yes, so that's what KJ just went to go and audition for the Nitro Girls. But I really don't think that would be too bad of a shout, or would be past Tony Khan doing. As I've got Sheeta with a big powerbomb, two count on Ruby. But it really does have such a Nitro vibe, and I get certain wrestling fans of a certain vintage, 100%. That's what they gravitate towards. That's Christ. We had a whole crowd raiser thing, top rope nothing by Sheeta onto Ruby for a 2 count that Sheeta almost had to break up because Ruby wasn't quite going to get there. yeah, we had the whole crowdfunder clothesline on a Tony to where Tony ended up DDTing Ruby. 2 count. Lockjaw. Britt getting in the lockjaw right now. But we had the whole crowdfunder for the old school roll up. 2 count. WCW Nitro set to where it had even the big, it had the LED lights and it, played a couple entrance songs and it had the big, metal, like the steel steps, WCW logo and everything like that. And it almost reaches goal of everybody still likes the old retro wrestling where now, stop my Brit. Now we're the ones of the certain era, much like how we've seen the MCU show up and everything like that. That the spray prank to Brit, small package pile driver, 1, 2, 3. Boo earns. But I was trying to at least spin it in a positive way that Tony's trying to scratch everybody's nostalgia itch, but this is just nothing. It gives you a reason to care, I would say. Nothing is really compelling. Nothing seems believable. Nothing gets you invested in it. But so the Outcasts pick up the win, and I still want to shout out JV of mentioned Alicia Fox. Hey, like I told, please don't. That's where I was going. Of Alicia Fox joining the Outcast. I could see it, honestly. I know, obviously, she's had probably the longest WWE career. I feel outside of maybe like R-Truth or something, but and she's had her ups and downs. She may not still be a full-time performer, but I can still see her getting involved with them. Just it has such an AEW with Tony Khan vibe. Thunderbird, Superstar OS, what? Superstar Past? Oh, he did? If he did, I have not seen that because obviously we're live, but if he has, then obviously, T's and P's to Superstar Billy Graham. We were here talking about it last night on NXT, about everything with him, and the whole situation, unfortunately, that he's in. But we're getting a video package right now for Chris Jericho versus Roderick Strong. And she's still young, 36. Fair enough. OS? Yep, me too, boss. I love that. You win. But I am in commercial break right now, so I guess I can try and look that up. But let me know, folks, what are you thinking about AEW Collision? Are you excited for it? Do you think that it's a new couple of hours for AEW talent to get on screen? Is it going to be a whole new show for them? Is CM Punk going to get involved? Is it going to just be Tony Khan's island of misfit toys of everybody that had issues backstage on Dynamite, whether it be Andrade, whether it be Miro, etc., just ends up on Collision? Blaze, what up? What's the huge news? The huge announcement? We haven't got the huge announcement yet. So far, the most that we've gotten is like where I was just talking about is that we've got AEW Collision getting announced. Richard, I don't think it's a good idea letting Strong lose to Jericho. So you're already going to the point to where he's going to lose. I hope he doesn't. Yeah, I'm surprised. Well, Tony's licensed another song of now we've gotten Kill Switch on AEW. I was trying to listen when he first debuted and trying to pair it up and everything perfectly because I can't remember I don't think I was live at that time, or I was on the channel. We were live, but so are we going to get Tony licensing another Kill Switch song? Are we going to go from Cult of Personality to This Fire Burns if certain somebody shows up? I won't be excited for it until I see Dynamite. I can rate over 6 out of 10. Fair enough, Boston. That's a lot of people have also said of, well, Tony should maybe fix what's going on in-house before we try and still But that could be his way of fixing, of just literally, this is the same guy that ghosts people when he releases them. You don't get future endeavored. You don't get your, your letter, your pink slip on your wedding day or anything like that. You just get ghosted when you try and text Tony Khan. You just, this message cannot be received type of thing. So it's only fitting that he makes a whole new show for guys that he's got under a big, long contract of guys that he knows the second if they get out of their AEW contract, once they can go to WWE, they're going over there, or they're going even to, say, Impact, because Ace Steel was mentioned about, or Impact was trying to get Ace Steel even. We're trying to get producers now. But could go over there and is going to instantly make an impact, and instantly Tony's going to have some egg on his face. So I think he's now he's creating, Bucks in the Elite and everybody you can play over there. All of the disgruntled guys you can play over there. That's what I feel like he's doing a bit. Small Mark heard AEW is getting a deal with HBO Max, including streaming of past catalog. I've
Tony
heard
Khan.
that.
Sorry, dude. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Are you good? Go ahead.
Khan is here.
Oh, God.
It's just a reiterating of the huge announcement.
I have an announcement for an announcement of an announcement.
Saturday Night Collision announced by Tony Khan, folks.
How are you still ahead of me? I switched to the YouTube TV and you're still ahead of me. So we're just getting a reiteration.
Okay, so I got him saying up front
earlier, the worst kept secret in professional wrestling.
June 17th, 8. We already know this.
We know, Tony. We know. Now, I almost want to say take a shot every time Tony.
Oh, shit.
Oh, he's getting we're getting a whole calendar.
They're coming to Toronto.
They're coming to Hamilton. Yeah, we're like perfectly.
Lots of wrestling in Canada this summer.
Yeah, well, you're the untapped market. We're going to Newark. Maybe I'll convince my wife to take a trip back.
That another maple syrup joke?
What?
Is that another maple syrup joke?
Oh, no. Newark, New Jersey. How's that a maple syrup joke?
No, I mean the untapped market.
Oh, yeah. Well, see, you wrote the joke for me. I didn't even think of that. So you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
Okay, I got to finish what I was doing, but I couldn't miss the announcement. Unfortunately, guys, the announcement was what was told to us all day today.
The announcement was the already known announcement, like we've said, of the worst kept secret in professional wrestling, that AEW Collision is happening. And it's so funny because when that news first broke earlier today, even in our group chat, and I think even in our Discord, which, by the way, go ahead and check that out. I did drop the link towards the top of the chat and everything. And it is, I think, in the description of the video, the description of the channel as well. And we do also have the merch to all of that. But it's one of those I saw a while ago, I want to say a week or two ago, of that AEW Collision kind of logo, and I literally thought it was fan art because it was so WCW-esque. It was such a Nitro play that I thought it was fan art, and just kind of, oh, that's cool. If somebody's, the AEW marks are all about it. But now that's what they're rolling with, like I said, I think you're going to get a little bit of an extra boost because of that nostalgia feel of, if they lean into that WCW vibe, especially when you've got Tony Schiavone, all you need is Christ. You get some like a Mike Tenay, or you get the steel AEW logos instead of the steel, WCW logos, and you just lean into that. I could see that very much being the top rated AEW show for a couple weeks. But yes, Kill Switch Engage. Yes, I've got Roderick Strong out in the ring right now, as I've got Chris Jericho coming out right now. And not as big of a sing-along for Judas as I would even say for Seth Rollins, for Christ, even maybe the Kill Switch there with Roddy. Is so fitting that, we're going back to a WCW vibe, and Chris Jericho still feels that he's the prominent guy still needs to, that he's still somehow getting held back, that he's just trying to help everybody. Rather than this time of, him out there actually doing good work. He's out there just, he's the Hulk Hogan here in WCW. Oh, start singing Judas and Mom. See, you said it and I had to do it. Yeah, unfortunately, it's still the chorus that gets you there, but just take a quick look at all the fans that they specifically show that were singing along with it, and just keep that in mind. Just if you're not going to touch grass, at least smoke it. But Roddy already going after Jericho right now. Jericho hasn't even gotten his fucking tasseled coat off, his spiky tasseled coat off. Just back and forth slingshot elbows as well, we did have the Kentucky Derby recently, but we've got Nay as the ref here. Did he actually pass? I would know. I was trying to look that up, but then conversations and tangents and tangentials happened here. But we do take a prediction, by the way, as Dale's reminded me, for every single match going on right now. So if you're taking Chris Jericho, if you're taking Roderick Strong, let me know who you're taking right now in this match. I think this is match number 3 so far for AEW Dynamite. This is how we're starting off the top of the second hour, is Roderick Strong versus Chris Jericho. So let me know who you're taking. I'm taking Roddy. I don't think you can have him lose. And if he loses to Chris Jericho, especially right out of the gate like this, like I get that maybe shenanigans could happen. Maybe Adam Cole gets involved and it backfires, what have you. But this is just, then you would have fully confirmed of everything that we've speculated, that we've joked about, that we've talked about with Chris Jericho. If he just literally, he has to stay over, of they get over just because they're in a match with me. Chris Jericho's Judas in my mind is getting really old. Yeah, and so is Chris too as well. Nick, don't you feel like Jericho was doing what they were doing to him in WCW? That's actually really not a bad shout. That's a little bit, I feel like, when I was halfway going with there. He has to, or he was the better talent and he was shoved down aside by other big brothers. Yeah, 100% JV. I feel like you kind of made sense of my vitamin ramblings there. Absolutely. Yeah, he might need a new song soon. So, I mean, which Fozzy song is it going to be? I think that's going to end up being his theme. And Victor, let me know. It's match 4. Okay, fair enough. So, match 4, not a bad shout. A little bit, I guess, quicker pace than Raw has been, as we're clearly talking to each other between Roddy and Jericho. But it has still felt like everything's such a callback to wrestling fans of a certain vintage. You don't want to say AEW's a nostalgia act because it's supposed to be the new kid on the block, but with it being the new kid on the block, it's a nostalgia act, like fucking Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch and all of that. It's that level of new kids on the block. Of we've got the Outcasts, we've got Karen Angle showing up, we've got Collision with the same Nitro packaging and logo and everything, just like Dynamite, or not Dynamite, of Nitro. Jordan saying, I love all AW matches so far. Fair enough, Jordan. Fish has to come out. Oh, that would be interesting. Interesting. Victor, what you taking a pause for? Jericho's got the Lion Tamer, the Boston Crab, on Roderick Strong in the center of the ring. Crawl. I know you're going to do it. It's interesting to watch the de-evolution, I guess, of the Lion Tamer to where it went from the Lion Tamer to the Walls of Jericho to now it's literally just, it's a Boston Crab. They all suck so far. So Bash just going instantly at him. Hassan, what up? Saying I voted for Roderick Strong 100%. But I am now in picture, folks. I can't wait for Strong versus Cole someday. They have to have either Cole or Strong betray the other. It only makes sense. Can we at least get, I guess, again, we've got to call back to another company of calling back to something that we didn't make, but, the smart marks know it with the Undisputed Era of if we get Bobby Fish back, especially, but when we get Kyle O'Reilly back and we get him and Cole and Roderick paired together and everything, we've got to call back to something we didn't make, but people still like. So we'll just kind of, we'll take that now and just run it back. But we're fighting it in the crowd now. But I don't know if we get an out and outright Cole versus Roddy feud of what about a Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly feud? That's the thing. I feel like there's a lot of moving pieces that can be involved in this, but I think either way, it's going to be good if they can actually put it together. The end up outside. Yes, we are right now fighting through the stanchion here. We are fighting up the walkway here, which again, I like it. It's a good vibe as we're using a sign as an offensive weapon. Vince Veers Con is the sign there. But shouldn't that be a DQ? When was this a false count anywhere match or anything like that I knew of when's the 10 count of I guess I'll have to go through and check. Oh, it's false count anywhere. So fair enough. So making me eat my own words right as I said that. Yes, I want to see all of that first. That's why I said someday. Cole is waiting, fair enough. Do the Bucks turn on Omega 2? I've seen people speculate that Callis's turn is that he's going to be involved in, you want something, bruv. He's going to be involved with Will Ospreay, which I think would be very interesting if that's the actual case and how they're going to make that make sense. But I guess we'll wait to see. That might be a bigger announcement than Tony Khan already announcing what we already knew. But it's going to be interesting to see where we're going with the Elite of last I knew we were still trying to potentially work in Hangman Page. We're reliving that storyline, but now we've got Callis turning. So is this where we get that whole group, quote unquote, turns as a babyface and the BCC is very obviously the heels? But Jericho getting hung up by the bait and tackle there on the handrail. Someday, somehow, gonna make it all right, but not right now. Fair enough, JD.
You can't always get what you want.
Right. But if you try sometimes, you have a rich dad.
So they're fighting through the bar now. I don't know if I'm with you or ahead of you.
Where's John Taffer? Yes,
where's John Taffer? Bar rescues last night.
We're going through the
through a table. Dude, let me know.
I like this. If this was a fucking pay-per-view match,
this has been good.
It would make more sense. This would make good. Oh, suplex on Roddy through the table of nothing but napkins, paper plates, and hand sanitizer.
Damien, I see your comment. I'm going to get back to that. Do not let me forget. I'm going to start this one because I want to talk about this. I didn't realize that's what got announced. I know OC came back for a second promo.
Now, with our little fantasy faction there with Cheap Pop and everybody else involved and everything, do we get a point per elimination?
We should. He beat all of them.
We should. 20 wins. He beat all of them.
19 wins.
Right. 19 wins in a row. Still fighting.
This has been an all right match for what it is.
Like I said, I would have loved to see this Double or Nothing.
Yeah, but it's leading to Cole and Jericho at Double or Nothing.
It's not a bad shadow. This is salvaging, honestly, as much as I was trying to sandbag it. This is salvaging. Oh, look at the dude that security's having to hold back. He's like, meh. But I like that we're getting to where it reminds me of that Attitude Era, that Nitro feel to where you literally see the crowd moving as they're walking through the concourse fighting each other.
Yeah. I will listen. I poo-poo Jericho on just about everything the man does.
The stanchion slam. The stanchion slam.
Yeah. Okay. So you right there. You're right behind me.
Yeah. Like I said, I had to try and move to you.
So I got them going into the free
trial. Right now. Oh, is he going to dump this man down? Oh, I thought he landed on a man down all the flights of stairs.
Yo, they're not fucking. Where's Roddy going?
But like I said, I like this. This has that Attitude Era, this Nitro feel of this is where, as much as I bag on Tony and I bag on AEW about with them having that, they constantly relying on that nostalgia feel. Sometimes they do it fucking really well.
Wow. Jericho with the double shot to the throat. Yeah, I agree, man. And you know what? It was genius to do the chop spot in the stairwell because of the echo. Those chops sounded magic.
Well, even then, if you still just anybody thinks of you're in a stairwell, if you think you fucking slip up, you fall, you're just falling to your doom of you're falling down like 8 flights of stairs and shit like that. And it's still nice to see, like I said, as we're walking back through the concourse here, as you can halfway start to see Jericho's bald spot forming. But as you can see the crowd move with them through the concourse, and the security moves and has to hold people back, and you get the stupid idiots like you used to get, like when Batista's cutting a promo and the little kid walks down, he does the best shit ever in front of Batista and everything. Like you see stupid shit like that. Like that kid has that framed. That gives it 100%. It's even like when we fuck up or whatever or anything. It gives it that they're live because this shit wouldn't happen anywhere else except for them being live. Not the Mr. Soft Serve.
Yeah. You got a little bit of brain freeze, folks.
Oh, I don't know. We had Toni Storm in the last match. Is she going to be upset because she's not the only one on the AEW roster that's gotten cream pied? Pause.
Why is you yelling?
Why? Yeah, why?
Oh, garbage can. I'm enjoying this shit. Yeah, you're right. I wasn't thrilled about it. I think the ending might be interesting, but this has been entertaining. The energy in the building, here in the crowd.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
This is good. Finally.
Right.
I can't believe this. This is my favorite part of the show so far.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then. Ice cream. We all scream for Roddy and ice cream. Jericho going out of hands. Like I said,
here they go out the doors.
Fucking this though. That's the thing that's what frustrates people with AEW is you see moments to where they could just knock it out of the fucking park, and then they have moments to where it's like you're bunting at the top of the inning with no one on base. What the fuck are you doing?
There he is, baby.
Oh, I was gonna say we're out in the concourse. It's still daylight out there. Now, are we doing the Jericho gimmick of all the doors are locked? Oh, Adam Cole sneaking up,
baby.
Ice cream, baby.
There you go. So they're throwing fists. Cole's got him. We kind of knew this was coming.
We're going to get a Panama sunrise into the fucking...
I can hear Jim Cornette right now. It was false count anywhere, not no DQ. What the fuck?
Not false count anywhere means the same thing. Trust me. I sat there and I was trying to where's the count at? I was going Cornette, and then I was like, wait, no, they made a liar out of me.
Roddy pins him.
Shiny Wizard for a 3 count in the bushes.
Thank God Aubrey was out there grazing.
Right. They just happened to catch Aubrey out there. If she was just got out of the pen, she was just, hopping along there, clippity cloppity. And that match was a bit of a sloppy jalopy, but it was still fun in the end.
Right? The heel has an entire faction and not one of them showed up. These guys jump into every fucking situation except tonight. Jericho loses 1, 2,
The only thing that will make this better right now, and I know we've shat on like the Hardy compound match and everything, but this does have a little bit of like the Al Snow boss man fighting into the Panama Canal shit and everything, as if the fucking sprinklers kick on right now. with Chris there.
Instantly think of Happy Gilmore. Everything's fine. I'm just trying to find the other piece of this bottle.
Right. Why don't you go to your home? Are you too good for your home?
You better stay out of my way. Listen to what I say.
Shoot him, McGavin. Why don't we go by the bay? Maybe play with some clay. Maybe eat some hay. Hey, what do you say? I will say, you need to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. You need to be a friend, tell a friend, because nobody covers pro wrestling like we do. And that's, at this point, a God-given fact.
Amen. And we have Roosh coming to the ring.
I like this fucking gear.
That nice mask, eh?
This full fucking ring gear, just dope. Man's got the trip. But, yeah, Roosh coming out here.
See, that's why I kind of complained about this booking because, we know Jungle Boy needs the win, but I'd really like to see more out of Roosh. I think Roosh goes to Saturdays.
Well, and especially now because of Andrade being having that put out there that he's back, that he's going to be involved, everything like that. It's going to be really interesting. Do we see a Roosh versus Andrade match happening?
Yeah, put them on Collision.
They reclaim the throne.
Yeah, let's have a little beef between those guys. Get them out of the stairway, get them on Collision, and get them in some good shit.
Right, but I do get what you're saying. Of this does have the potential of just to be to be a really good, like, if you're watching pro wrestling, you just want to put on a good match. And you don't give a shit about the storyline. You don't got to watch the backstory. You don't need to know anything outside of it. It's just going to be a good match.
2-2.
That's probably what this is going to be. But as far as building storyline, as far as having a purpose, having a reason behind it, you can miss me with that.
Right? And listen, the last match was a fun match. I'll give it credit for what it was. My only critique, if I want to be particular, is the minute they announced this match last week, we knew what was going to happen. They were going to end up outside, and the only thing I thought was the JAS would have been involved at some point, but much to my surprise, no backup for Jericho.
Well, yeah. I mean, Sammy's got to be a babyface.
He went down to the right.
I mean, Garcia's out there hip thrusting amongst everybody. So you got 2.0 on Hager. They're still trying to figure out where they show up outside of dark and dark elevations.
Right.
So everybody's all thrown off.
You never want to get pinned in a mulch bed. New low. Roosh is laying out. Like, Roosh is intense, man. He is kicking the shit out of Jungle Boy right now, guys.
Oh, absolutely.
Jungle Boy for the win. Jungle Boy. Who are you taking?
I got to be the contrarian here. I guess I'll take Roosh. Sammy got the win. Darby got the win. I feel like it's kind of calling for Jungle Boy to get the win. Andrade's still floating around though, so maybe Roosh still gets the win. And like I said, I really want Roosh to actually, if it is on Collision, what have you, collusion, colonoscopy, whatever they fucking call that show, that Roosh gets an actual serious push. Depending on if they add mid-card titles, what have you, they do with it. Bandito, there's a lot of fucking talent that they have there that they've just got a full fucking cabinet, and Tony just likes making fucking, grilled cheese and hot dogs for fucking dinner every night. If this man doesn't want to fucking actually cook anything.
Amen. I keep saying it, man. He's got all the fucking ingredients for a masterpiece. He just has to figure out how to put them together.
Just stop writing in crayon, Tony.
Well,
your crayon's supposed to go on the paper, not in your nose.
He changed his columns. Apparently, that was supposed to help. Man, I'd have a 6-foot whiteboard with fucking 12 months planned out. You gotta go. You gotta know where you're going.
That's the thing and if there was anything that I personally, and I'm not speaking for the channel, but if I personally couldn't get involved in it when it comes to pro wrestling, would be involved in booking, being involved in the creative meetings, everything. Well, no, it's just that interests the shit out of me. If I've watched like the shoot interviews with like Kevin Nash when he was talking about booking like Nitro, and then you had Thunder that was taped, which is very much like Dynamite and Rampage, and how much of a fucking nightmare it is. And that was with a full writing team. Tony's doing this by him goddamn self.
Pretty much.
And we think that he's Neo. He's the one. He's cracked the code of He's just missing his Trinity and is Shad Khan his Morpheus or something, or maybe Jeff Jarrett is at this point.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You can take the blue pill or the cash for gold pill.
Pretty much. Roosh looks like he's world. He would be world's better in WWE, perhaps. We never know. They could turn him into Karrion Kross too. We don't know. It's not a sure bet. I don't want to give WWE that much credit, but he does. He's that bigger body guy that could do well in a WWE setting. Yes.
You can LWO of him, Andrade, Escobar. You're telling me that that's not a top. That's fucking Bloodline 2. That's your next big top faction. That's your top babyface faction, easily.
Right? AEW would be nothing without Jungle Boy. He needs to win every match.
You can have that. Not even when
I'm mad at it. Like,
all right, go ahead.
First one to 100, right? 100 wins for Jungle Boy, I believe. He's the first one to do it.
Fair enough.
Okay, and moving on.
Well, no, I didn't. I guess I didn't get the point. I didn't get the statement. You lost me.
And we lost you. Just saying that, yeah, Jungle Boy has been used in that position. He doesn't lose very often. He's about to, or he either just collected or he's about to collect 100 wins.
Oh, okay, that's where you go with that.
Yeah.
I thought that they just stopped making those matter like 2 months ago, but no, it's still so. It's funny that they use it. They wanted to make it. They choose to use when it's relevant, and then they choose to use when they just ignore it.
Tony Khan microwaves his popcorn. There's a joke.
Hey,
in there.
don't knock microwave popcorn, but
yeah, no.
Yeah, in the actual pan on the stove and everything. And I'm not talking about that Jiffy Pop shit. That's always way better. Make me chicken and corn with mashed potatoes and butter. So, fun fact: Matthew eats his corn the long way. That's why he's asking specifically for his corn to be made, because he eats it the long way. Much like Bill Goldberg.
It's funny because I had corn on the cob earlier.
Did you eat it the long way?
As fast as possible.
Pause. Pause on that. That's not the way I thought you were going to go.
Nope, never is. Remember about the OC? Okay, now we got to talk about this. 21 men. It's 21 men in the Battle Royal. OC is defending his title in a Battle Royal, not a match against Kyle Fletcher.
Okay, but Jungle Boy is busted open right now. He's pulling a Moxley.
We got Jungle Juice.
Oh, my jungle love. Yeah. Oh.
That's amazing. Boss, every time someone says...
We got Juice, not Juice Robinson, sorry.
There you go. Big knee by Roosh. And no sells it, hits drop kick.
I like this. Here's the top. Battle Royale, OC wins. Next. All right. That's why we're clarifying if we get points for every OC elimination, because that man is going to be Superman.
I'm nervous.
The only person that's going to beat him for that belt is fucking Pac, and that's not happening till Wembley.
But dude, I'm thinking, that's a good shout. I like that altogether. I just I'm just worried that this is his out, right? He never gets pinned. He just loses in a battle. He doesn't win the Battle Royal.
See, but yeah, Tony doesn't take easy outs. He does shit the hard way. Pause.
OC winning this fucking Battle Royal would be
is 100% what's going to happen, because it's Tony Khan involved. Right, at this point, that's why this man is the captain of our team. If it's not, he's the best. He's the best anything. It's literally just
he's gonna win.
He's John Cena of LOL. OC wins.
Right, winner, chicken dinner all week long with OC.
Winner.
Wait, who's that? Oh! Sliding into the snare. That was pretty.
I've got both men chopping each other up on the top rope.
Is that?
Headbutts.
I don't even
What's
know
the Kyle Fletcher? Who is that? Hurricane Rana.
Did I say the wrong Fletcher?
Of the Aussie Open. Listen, if OC wins the battle royal, I'm going to snap. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Oh, Roosh
send me your reaction to when OC wins the battle royal.
Roosh wiping Jungle Boy's blood on his chest, and now they're clapping each other on the apron.
I've got a submission hold right now by.
Okay, so you are behind me. You got the snare trap?
That's what I got right now. I'm on.
This has been a good match.
I'm literally on the. Okay, now we're first. I'm fighting on the outside.
Oh, you got the fight.
I thought it was on the fastest thing I got going. I got available. Oh,
down goes Jungle Boy.
This is a fucking hell of a match, though. Yeah, like as much as we want to shite on their booking, this is a good match.
No, we said
there was a story to this. If this was a contendership for a world title shot, if this was a contendership for a TNT title shot, this would be fantastic.
Absolutely.
If there was your shite because you only, got here and you only got popular because of your daddy's name and everything like that, this would be a fantastic match. But because it's still attached to the 4 pillars, because
we get the 1 foot covered, Roosh gets a 2 count.
We've got the whole, Andrade storyline that could have, should have won, man. This is just a good match to have a good match. There's no continuation. There's no story. There's no.
Huge forearm by Roosh. He's laying the beating to Jungle Boy.
This is the Roosh that they have signed. This is what this is why I fucking popped so huge when they signed him, because this is what they have there. This is it's a little bit like we talked about it. Andrade it's someone doing Andrade better. Roll up but he grabbed the tights a bit.
Yeah, dude. And now he's getting jumped on. Oh, Preston Vance.
Oh, this is but this looks so weak and so pathetic.
We got a cord.
How I jump on you of yeah.
He's currently in a feud. He's currently involved in something. Like this is like here
Darby's
comes
coming out to make the save because again,
Sammy's gonna come
Darby's the biggest goddamn babyface in this whole situation.
Here comes Sammy though. Sammy's gonna do the same thing, bro. They've been selling him as a babyface all fucking night.
I've still just got Darby out here getting choked out with a cable, unless you're that far ahead of me.
I think they're chanting for Sammy.
Is it piped? Because I don't see a single person moving.
Big pop.
Oh, now we've got Sammy dragging his balls.
All right, big cheers for Sammy, guys. I gotta say.
Yeah, you gotta say anything else besides that, because I don't. So is this just all the 3 baby faces teaming together?
Yeah. So it's the 3 baby faces against the big bad double, which they could have done before and just built it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy is a baby face. I'm like, the crowd's cheering, man.
How are you a prominent member of the Jericho Appreciation Society, one of the biggest heel factions, allegedly, and you're a baby face? What?
Interesting. Okay.
We get the obligatory stare down of while we work together now.
Did we just become best friends?
No. Sunday. How will we coexist? That's the issue. That's going to be where MJF picks up the win, and why he's going to retain is because this is going to just be you start to sell the dissension between the 3 of them.
We're going to get a lot of high spots. I think it's going to be a fun match. Ultimately, MJF's going to retain. And I mean, okay, you got the 3 baby. Now you kind of outline it as 3 baby faces. And during the match, Sammy will probably turn. You'll probably do something dickish.
Oh, well, wait, who's going to turn during the match? Is what
like Sammy will go back to being kind of a dick at some point.
Oh, he'll have his moment to where he tries to, side with them a little bit. To save himself. Speaking of the devil himself, we've got MJF backstage right now, interviewed by Renee Mox the Good.
I don't even know what to say.
Why are all the pillars except MJF a face? Because that's now, the way that they can make them compelling.
That's what they're trying to do. It's like 3-on-1, right? Oh, wow. Wow.
Slaps the mic out of Renee's hand. Now, is he walking out to? Does he end up cutting a promo himself, which would be a little redundant, or?
I think so, but we did that with OC earlier. It was kind of weird. It's like we forgot. We're like, get back in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, folks, we are in another commercial break. The night has picked up, and we said when the show started, we were being a little bit critical of some of the things we were getting to start the show, but it's picked up in a big way. A couple fun matches in a row. I kind of don't mind what they just did or what they're trying to do. I will give them credit. 1 second. I just went.
However, Hachu. This man came down with the Peruvian flu there real quick for a quick second. Had to take that antidote, which is the vitamins, folks.
Oh and also,
how you prevent yourself from something like that is you hit that subscribe button, you hit that bell notification, you drop a like on the video, because we here covering anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. I think we're still speaking about might have it in the works, so we're going to be here on Saturday at least for GCW, depending on what's going on especially next week. I think we've got
next week is going to be a ball.
Next week we've got Night of Champions, we've got Battleground, and we've got Double or Nothing all lined up, all on the same weekend. So
it's going to be a fun weekend, folks, and we got lots of content coming your way. We're back tomorrow with Impact. Our good friend Luna Havoc will be back to co-host with yours truly, and then Friday the tag team is back at it. The tag stream champions of the world are going to be back on Friday doing SmackDown. We got so much to get into, folks. It's going to be a fun time. Make sure you share. The best thing you guys can do for us is just keep sharing, keep letting people know what we're up to. We are the Wrestling Channel for fans, by fans, and we just cover more wrestling than anyone else, folks. We appreciate you being here.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like Boston said, I can watch GCW with you guys now. Yes. Yeah. You need to raise them, Daniel Bryan, yes, arms up, and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification.
Right.
Hey, down, what up? Tony Khan microwaves hair gel before he puts it in. Accusations.
Been there.
He might do something else like that. People think Tony Khan's a prominent baker because of how much what looks like baking powder he has in his house. It's just a different substance. Allegedly. Are you down for a Jacob Fatu versus Matt Cardona? 100% I'm down for that. The only thing is, I feel like a bit of what you're getting at there, Damien, is House of Glory for recently, like, unless you're there, it's really hard to actually try and watch it live.
It's true. Quickly with this one, I don't watch garbage wrestling. Bash, I'm telling you, if you tune in for a GCW show with us, you'll be shocked. 9 times out of 10, I'd say 80% of the shows, solid, straight up wrestling. Then you got some chaos. Then you got some death matches. But I'm telling you, don't just think it's garbage wrestling, folks. We watch it all, and there's a huge shout out to GCW. We know we got friends tuning in from GCW, and big shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out Cole, shout out Grim. But yes, the almost golden KJ winner for match of the year, I think, in 2022 was Rita Yamashita and Alex Colon, which was an ultra violent death match with GCW, but it was just a fantastic match. At the end of the day, folks, the rest of them may suck, but we never do. No matter what. Well, however you're feeling about what the pro wrestling you're watching, we got you covered.
Just quickly, Tony Storm in another backstage challenge. It's the theme of the night. Tony Storm challenges Jamie Hayter at Double or Nothing for the title, and I really think that we're about to say goodbye to
It's Jamie amazing Hayter. How many matches have been announced for Double or Nothing the week before the fucking show happens, and when they haven't been, there's still almost 2,000 to 3,000 tickets available for sale. With the show and everything, while everybody's losing their mind about international ticket sales. Domestically, it's been shite. So
here comes Switchblade, folks, and I'm really digging this Bullet Club Gold video.
Can we get a pause for Juice Robinson's shirt, though? To where it just
rock hard.
Hard. Yeah, can we get a pause there? But if you're Jay White, you could have gone to WWE and you probably would have been involved with Cody, Roman, or at least somebody in a top act, in a top promo right now. You could have been involved even with Finn and the Judgment Day, all of that.
Yeah.
But instead, you're in AEW and you're getting half the time more featured on Rampage. You're an afterthought on Dynamite of your big match, your big feud with Ricky Starks is just a throwaway moment on a Dynamite because you can have that.
This should have been a double or nothing match. Maybe it's Ricky Starks versus Juice at the pay-per-view, but then doesn't that give Juice more clout than Jay?
That's a fucking problem.
But yeah, to me, this was a double or nothing match.
It's a bit of, and I don't want to pot shot Impact here, but it's a bit of when you have somebody and you sign somebody that everybody thought was a clear-cut going to WWE guy and is one of the biggest free agents in professional wrestling, of the few free agents that there are, and you have slow played and put on the back burner everything with this guy when you're already having to announce him and debut him to American audiences. You're doing yourself no favors.
Yeah, just quickly, I know JV made a comment about 25 minutes left on the clock, and Bonkers, just to kind of tie into it, that is going to be, I guess, the main event slot, like the end of the show slot is Don Callis, is what I'm speculating here.
Oh, boy.
Right, because this match, we haven't got Don Callis yet, unless I blinked.
No.
So we're going to get Jay and Ricky Starks, which should be a good one. Get your predictions in, by the way, folks. But Don Callis is going to end the show, Nick.
Well, is that... You have to get a return, a debut, a show up of somebody. Could it be an Ospreay? Could hell have officially frozen over?
Yes.
And we get Don Callis out there. And you want to know why I turned? Because I'm going to be the head of, AEW Collision. We're starting a new I'm signing up with the hottest thing there is going.
Right.
Look in my eyes. What do you see?
Shut the fuck up.
Could you fucking imagine?
Get the fuck out of here.
So where did you think I was going?
I didn't know you were going to the CM Punk route.
Well,
I just assumed he was somehow affiliated with the BCC, and like I bled. Remember, he had the 14.
I bled with them.
Yeah.
I got pieced in. I got jumped in to the BCC. I've been down for life.
Starks for the win. BCC and Dawn are going to be the last thing. Could we get the return of the Golden Lovers?
Oh, that's not a bad shout, honestly.
Right, because the Bucks have been taken out. He needs help. Maybe it's Takashka and his old buddy.
Okay. Ibushi?
Ibushi.
Yeah, no, I could see Ibushi. I don't know what's going on with Takashka. I think that man's just like, you can have that.
Yeah, how does he tie into any of this now? Because they just kicked the shit out of him.
Well,
and Don was his buddy.
It's going to be interesting.
Or is it Adam Page?
Really? You think it could be Adam Page signs with or is involved with Don Callis? That to me is a Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman heel turn.
No, against Don Callis. He comes up to help Kenny.
Oh, so then what's the reason for the Callis turn?
Well, we're going to get an explanation, and if we don't,
I'm asking your opinion. I'm asking your question. I'm asking your thoughts.
He was sick and tired of. I don't know, man. It's so out of left field. Like, he maybe just I wanted to be with real champions. Look how amazing this team is, and I don't know. Sick of the Young Bucks. I have no idea.
He came around. He's like, I can't keep up the charade of actually acting like you fuckers are cool anymore.
Sick of your shit. You never liked my painting. BCC. Why did I click on that one? BCC and Dawn are going to be last. Yes, they are. I feel like AEW and Jay White should have let Bullet Club go. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that, Richard. I mean, Jay White coming to AEW had a chance to kind of start fresh. Now, if they add a couple members and do something meaningful, I'm interested. I really like Jay White. I really like Ricky Starks. I really think this should have been a pay-per-view match. That's just my take on it. But we'll see what happens here. Now, do keep in mind, Ricky Starks is outnumbered. The trend on the show is that the numbers might get evened out. So hang tight. Don Callis with the BCC, absolutely. Kota Ibushi debuts in AEW. I'm calling it, Damien. I'm calling it. Kenny needs help. The Young Bucks have been taken out. You can't get Cutler. You can't get Knock It Off. You need something more. If I was to guess, Ibushi on a big day for Dynamite, a big day for Tony, a big day for AEW, and it was another big fucking splash, a big headline. Let's go. I got Jay White. You got Jay White. I think Jay White has to win this match, to be 100% honest. Feel a little bad for Ricky, but I got picture in picture right now, folks. I will take a second to remind everybody as we head towards the end of the night. We will be back tomorrow. Impact Wrestling. Myself and Luna Havoc will be here Friday. Myself and Nick, Pinky, and the Brain will be back on Friday to take over the world. And then we'll see what happens. Saturday, there's slated for GCW. Sunday, there's some other things going on. So, folks, if we can be here, we will be here. And a week from this weekend, so next weekend, the 27th and 28th, we're going to be here all weekend long. We go live at noon on the Saturday. We go live at noon at 3 p.m. on the Sunday. 3 pay-per-views. Night of Champions. We are going to bring in Double or Nothing and Battleground at the same time. So like, subscribe, share, be a part of the family, be a part of the community where we try and sing Kumbaya. It just doesn't always work. I feel like Callis should have turned at a pay-per-view. No, because you can't save everything for the pay-per-view, Richard. I don't mind a turn building towards the pay-per-view. I'm okay with that. Maybe a little too close to the pay-per-view, if I'm being a little picky. But I don't mind big events leading to the story that you're going to try and tell at the pay-per-view. I feel like a long time you get stuck between a rock and a hard place, but I do want some twists and turns on the show. Don should come out with the Olympic guys. Okay. Still got Don Callis. You need more cowbell, right? Always more cowbell. Jay White for the win. I think I have to take Jay White as well because of tomfoolery. Jeff Cobb. That's the match where the seed was planted. Okay. I'm not positive of or Jeff Cobb helping. Switchblade. Is that where we're going with that? What if CM Punk is who helps the Elite? No. I'd shit a cat. That's what would happen. Literally, are you kidding? It would be the biggest fucking swerve ever. I don't see it happening. There's still rumors that now people are trying to surmise that Punk, because he hasn't been brought up, isn't going to be on Collision. And I think sometimes the IWC needs to take a breath. Untwist the panties, take a breath, relax, and let's see what happens. Right? Everyone just wants to guess and jump to conclusions and then base a whole show or a whole fucking article on a guess, on a hope, on a fucking accusations at best. Sorry, Ricky and Jay back to their feet. Atomic drop. Ricky off the ropes. Whoa. Wow, back elbow. Impact puts on great pay-per-views, Boston. My only pet peeve with Impact lately is instead of utilizing something like a Sunday night, they do a lot of Thursday, Friday pay-per-views, and I hate it. Whoa, Starks! Tilt-a-whirl. Wow, two count. Crowd on their feet. I just gotta... Impact puts on great shows, Boston. Their pay-per-views are outstanding. And the next one coming up is Under Siege next weekend, part of our crazy coverage. The same night, Friday night, the 26th, we will have some Impact Under Siege. Of course, Macklin taking on PCO. we will be here for that. Are you down for ABC 1, 2, 3 versus Subculture for the Impact Tag titles? It should be a fun match. I'm all for it. I really like what ABC has done. I know my buddy Luna is not a big Ace Austin fan, but a good, solid, young tag, up-and-coming tag team, and they're eventually going to break out or break back into singles. They're solid. They're really impressive. I think they retain, and I think it'll be a good match. Everyone wants more cowbells. What? I should have been clicking that when I was cutting the promo. Ref checking on Ricky. I'm not quite sure why. Back elbow. Oh, caught up. Wow, Uranagi. Super high Uranagi. 2 count, 2 count, 2 count. Not bad match. Not a bad match, folks. I'm not getting into that. That'll get me in trouble, I think. Yeah, it's not like the WWE have a PLE every month. AEW has months in between their pay-per-views, so you've got a story build in between. Absolutely. And I don't mind having like the pit stops of like the special shows. I think last summer he went a little too hard and heavy on those. But when you kind of put them in the midpoints and give us like a little special occasion, I'm all for that. And yeah, you need some, you definitely have a challenge maintaining your audience for quarterly pay-per-views. It's a big challenge. You got to give them something on Dynamite. And now Collision. Ricky to the outside. Juice sneaking up on him, but the ref not having none of it. Victor is glitching now. What happened to Victor? Tony Storm has challenged Jamie Hayter for the AEW's Women's Championship for Double or Nothing. Yes, true story. Thank you, Damian. That is happening. So you guys can give me a thumbs up or thumbs down on how you feel about that match being announced or presumed announced. I have a feeling that Tony Storm's leaving Double or Nothing as the champion, guys. I really do. I think Tony's loving this Outcast nonsense. And for the critics of, Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, you can't watch the Outcast and not put them in the same criticism. At minimum, you have to acknowledge the pretty bad level that this Outcast shit has been. Oh, scoop slam by Ricky. 1, 2. Big kick out, big kick out. What a match, picking up in a big way. Jeff Cobb is where Callis' heel turn was planted. True, yes. Sorry, now I get it. Context, man. This is awesome, Chance. Yeah, I'm enjoying this. 2 stellar pro wrestlers. Oh, Ricky drops him. Too slippery. Couple missed clotheslines. Oh, Juice with the... Oh! Wow! 2 on the roll-up. I think the kick out was a little late, but the ref got us. Spear! Spear! Crowd pops. Jay's down. Going for Rochambeau, but Jay no-sells the spear. Goes with the eye gouge. Oh, Ricky ducks a chair shot by Juice. Wow. Juice rolling out, not feeling good. Jay White taking the chair shot. Ricky takes the DQ. That was fun and exciting. I'm okay with it, I think. Now we might get a Double or Nothing match. Woohoo! No, KJ. Okay, I got that. Jay wins, but not clean. No, Jay. Yeah, Jay wins. If you pick Jay, you are correct. Ricky Starks is pissed. He's planting the chair. All right. Yeah, no, the onus is on TK. For all the sympathizers that kind of let him off the hook, when he does good shit, high five, buddy. Great job. But some of the stuff, guys, like I said, we started the show and we found a lot of flaws, a lot of blemishes with the booking, the decision making, who's matched up with who. Didn't make any sense. A couple things, and man, we got hard into it. Now the matches, the show itself, kind of picked up in the second hour. I really enjoyed the back half of this show for sure. And I feel like whether we liked it or not, they did try to build to Double or Nothing. We got the angle with the 3 baby faces now. Sammy officially, I guess, becomes a baby face. So I don't know. If Jay White loses, can we admit the signing was a flop? Yeah, I'll go with that. But yeah, we got an entrance into the emoji battle royal. It says face fuchsia wide eyes. Coming to the ring. Don Callis up next as we head into what I assume will be our last commercial break of the evening, folks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. This has been a fun stream tonight. Love seeing the chat live. We're taking on about 1,000 chat messages on most nights. It's crazy, and we appreciate it. We appreciate talking shit and getting into all the wrestling with you guys. Sometimes we're talking about food. Sometimes we're talking about bands, even if, Nick has some bad taste. But other than that, we are rolling through. It's been a fun night. We are back tomorrow, like I said. Make sure you like, subscribe, join the family, be a part of the fun. And we're going to find out what Don Callis has to say and how this plays out. How do we go off the air? The way I see it, we got about 10 minutes on the clock, plus maybe a little bit of bleed over. Bash says, show was boring, 2 out of 10. Man, show, AEW has gone downhill. We'll come back to that. Dale having kind of a hot and cold night, 4-2, not bad. 5-1. What was the one? What are you guys getting stumped by tonight? What match were you wrong?
We are the one. Fuck is you talking about?
They are the twos.
Right, exactly. That's why you need to take that one finger right there and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification on that.
18 out of XYZ.
LMNOP.
Right. So next up, Nick, how did you feel about the ending of that match, actually?
Well, I think I dropped it in the chat there. I was like, if Jay White loses, can we just admit that his signing, his debut, that acquisition was a complete and total flop?
Yeah, it's not a good situation the way it looks right now. I don't mind how they angled this. If they're trying to build, you know what? Ricky Starks gets pissed off at the fact that he's outnumbered and starts swinging a chair.
We're going to get ourselves a tag team match, player.
I feel like it, but who comes to Ricky Starks' aid?
Action Andretti, Action Jackson, Action Bronson. Action Squad now.
He's still Action Andrade to me.
Powdered Toast Man. All that.
Do you think Jamie Hayter's title's at risk for Double or Nothing?
On one hand, I want to say yes, because it's not been booked in any bit of relevance or anything. She's been an afterthought. So I want to, on one hand, say yes. I hope to God, for logic's sake, no. But I'm uncertain. It's on shaky grounds because she sat there and played back fiddle to this whole feud. And we were hoping when she got the title, she was going to be the front runner.
Yeah.
She's doing back fiddle.
Yeah, a little unfortunate for a title run. Not a whole lot of like really banger, memorable defenses. A lot of the time, what's that?
I was just saying, not a memorable anything.
Yeah, Britt Baker coming out to save the day a bunch. But we're back. I'm back to the show.
Scott, what if Hangman joins Don Callis? So thank you very much for the super chat. But yeah, as we're getting Don Callis, and his Titantron now is the replay of him turning on
Tony Schiavone. Sorry, dude.
You know, I loved you, Fredo. Yeah, I knew it was you.
Tony Schiavone it's funny as hell watching him be like this break with no pleasure. Don Callis, like, he's supposed to be impartial. He's supposed to be Mean Gene, like, you know.
No, let me tell you something, Gene Mean. Tony Schiavone is 100% much like why he's still employed on the commentary table, much like why Excalibur's employed on the commentary table, and much like why we're not currently employed on the commentary table,
right?
Is because Tony Khan likes to have people that are going to tell him everything that's good, but not anything that's bad. If everybody just got a ho ho ho, whoa, watch out for that now,
Nick.
What?
They are playing the video of the incident. Callis is coming out with no music, and it's just booze. It's really good. It's a really good way to do it.
Oh, it's good. Like I said, it was a shocking moment I lost my mind when it happened, but I know we both were like, what the fuck is happening?
Heavy booze. What did A-Town say?
A-Town got to... Is that Nick stunt double with the Scooby-Doo costume on? Man, why are you trying to do that? Rut-row raggy, like what the fuck? Kayla, what up? Yeah, well, now I gotta try and find this man. I saw a man's, but why are you trying to put me in the Scooby-Doo?
He's saying basically he did everything because of me. Kenny is everything because of me, and they just keep replaying the screwdriver incident from last week in the background.
Hey, but at least it's not in black and white, even though there was blood involved.
No, not at all.
But we've got Kenny he's got to slowly work his way through every bit of security. Oh, and useless.
We got company.
Comes out and just instantly says, fuck your shit.
Kenny's pissed. This is good. This is the best shit Kenny's done since being in AEW, in my opinion. Oh, we're getting obligatory beatings for security.
But so is
BCC on Kenny. BCC on Kenny.
But so is Callis part of BCC, or is this?
I think so. That has to be it, right? They're just unrelated.
I don't know, because I mean, Moxley's out there saying this is the apex of professional wrestling right now.
Yeah, well,
I beg to differ, but so.
You know what? BCC like this can give you those NWO vibes where they just show up and fuck everybody up.
No, you know what they give me? Sierra, Hotel, Indica, Echo, Lima, Delta. As the Shield comes out, they couldn't afford the shopping cart like Bad Bunny, so they're just briskly walking out here with.
But we didn't get an answer from Callis. We didn't get an answer from Callis. Here come the Bucks. And for there's a dude for the people that keep
a hacksaw Jim Duggan 2x4. We all say ho,
super kick buddy, boo.
Hangman is coming out to be the equalizer. And what in the fucking Red Dead Redemption? Why is he coming out here with the fucking patch? Oh, because of the screwdriver.
Yeah, the screwdriver.
Hangman, he gets the barbed wire broom. I thought they were just literally handing
it was Hangman. Who the fuck knew?
Because you need to clean up this bullshit.
Dude, we just talked about this. The Hangman coming back.
The elite. The elite.
The crowd's on their feet, though.
Nick Jackson with a 2x4. Matt Jackson with a steel pipe. Hangman already leading the cavalry there with the barbed wire broom. And Omega, he's looking for Callis, I feel like.
I think they fucked up the mark here, guys.
A little bit, because he came in hot and heavy with the trash can lid, and then they're like, wait, what am I supposed to do now?
Kenny just fucking pounced Yuta. V-trigger.
I do like, if we're going to get a V-trigger with the trash bin lid, I do kind of like it.
Uh-oh.
BT trigger.
There you go. Buckshot lariat. Crowd on their feet.
Logan Paul does it better.
Captain Page here.
Fucking Mad Eye Moody out here right now about to cut a promo.
Wow. Talk about an over speech, bro.
We are the heart of, so
we are the elite.
Didn't already buy into the, division. We are the elite. As the whole crowd's losing their mind live for cowboy shit.
Called it. Fucking called it. Anarchy in the Arena. Double or Nothing. BCC and the Elite. And I said from day one, that's where this goes.
Why is Moxley looking like he's fucking scared? Like that's a Moxley wet dream match. Like,
yeah, he should be high.
Everybody just gets to fucking bleed, and I just get to just do my death match shit in a fucking cage. Like, that's a Moxley wet dream. That's what he thinks about when he's on top of, Renee Moxley good.
Right. I will give them total credit, Nick, on the fact that him coming out, cutting that promo, getting the hometown crowd behind him, really establishing we are the baby faces, they're the bad guys. It was a good end of the show. I can't hate on it.
I'll give them credit of they polished a turd. They saved a fucking mountain out of they made a mountain out of a molehill here because it was going off to a fucking shit start, and they on top of the collision shit, the CM Punk clicks, and with this Hangman popping out, that's going to be nothing but clicks. The real question is going to see if this goes beyond the already tuning in AEW audience, if this goes beyond the 870 some odd thousand that shows up every week for Dynamite.
Right. TK watches NXT confirmed end of night with a promo. There you go. A bit of a stretch, but I'm okay with
that. He also watches less. That's how with half this stuff. And that's why he, as much as we even end every night with a promo.
Pretty much. But Nick, I will say this. I've listened to a lot of people online freak out about Brock gave a shitty reason to take on Cody. Brock never gave us a reason. We didn't get a good reason. And it's been a big point of contention for people. So much so they can't even enjoy what's happened since, as far as Brock tearing them apart, Brock being a complete, maniac and psychopath and an outright fucking killer. But they now have to do it for this. We didn't get the Don Callis explanation. We got parts of it that he's just,
we really didn't.
I just one day woke up and I was fed up with this fucking kid. Fuck him. Like, that's never got the answer. Now they're going to see.
Hand decided I'd rather touch myself than touch him. Pause.
Don Callis is going to be the reason why the BCC win at Double or Nothing. Period.
But does it have to do with him siding with the BCC, or does it have to do with an outside force?
I don't know.
Look in my eyes.
Why are you so obsessed with Callis and Punk? There's no way.
And everybody thought that there was no way that we were going to get all this shit that we've gotten so far. So
there's no way it's Punk. And could you imagine Punk's behind the whole thing?
That's his fucking Heyman. Tell me that isn't nuclear heat. If you're going to draw money on this hey, Kenny, Bucks, you guys want to really make this work? You guys want to sell this whole conflict and everything? Callis is behind me coming back. Nuclear fucking heat.
I don't even
maybe. Debate it. Go ahead. Tell me where I'm wrong.
I don't know. I don't know if it fits him for me, but I mean,
nothing in AW fits. Can you tell?
Wrong.
Right, I was going to say.
Yeah.
We're used to spitting square pegs into round holes around here, so we'll make it work.
Sorry,
I was
Nick.
waiting for him to pop up. I was like, wait, I didn't see him show up backstage.
Sorry, Nick. We haven't used that in a long time, but Don Callis and CM Punk working together might be the cut the shit moment of the night.
I could see it. I could see it with my mind's eye.
Don Callis told us nothing. True story.
Right.
7 out of 10 from A-Town. 2 out of 10 from Bash. Bash, that's unconceivably harsh.
Unconceivable. You keep saying that word, but I don't think it's like Tony Khan was saying booking. You keep saying that word, and I don't think you know what it means.
Right. 6 out of 10 from JV. 6 from Dale. 7.
This is where we remind everybody, folks, we do take a rating at the end of every show, so you can let us know out of 10, or if you want to do your whole little Meltzer star system, anything like that, you can let us know what you thought of AEW Dynamite tonight. Of Tony Khan's announcement was just what we knew all along. It was me, Tony. It was me all along.
Yeah.
It was Collision all along.
That's what I expected. So I was a little surprised when people were tweeting, like, what's the announcement going to be? And I'm like, I think we just got it. Like, fuck.
But that's such a fucking popcorn fart, though, of like literally, I did an announcement for an announcement. And then my announcement was released on Twitter 8 hours before my show went live. Like, no, you should maybe have something that piggybacks on top of that. I mean, the most he maybe had is announcing additional dates, but that's not a whole lot.
Where is Don? Where did Don go? He just vanished. Remember when Kenny was in the ring, like looking?
He went to go check on Larry. He had to make sure Larry.
Not this shit again.
Right?
Felt like the lifting the leg and marking their territory before the return of Punk. Yeah, maybe.
Not a bad shout. I mean, if Dynamite's whoever, if we go into the whole narrative that CM Punk and the Island of Misfit Toys and all of that is, that's your show is Collision. Yeah, Dynamite's already got the pre-built audience. It's
true.
Got already probably the best slot out of the two because Collision's going to go head-to-head with a lot of premium live events and a lot of pay-per-view game or playoff games and a lot of sports games and everything like that. Meanwhile, Dynamite's already been established. We've already got a set feud. That's what's going to be going on. Collision's going to get a big pop early on because it's the new thing. It's going to have a bit of that retro, that new check it out feel. But Dynamite's got the established brand. It's got the established run on versus Collision. We got to wait and see.
Right. 5 out of 10. I'm feeling generous tonight, I think, based on some of these ratings. I felt like the opening 3-4 segments were hot doo-doo and kind of misbooked as far as you have the pillars, but you have one pillar in a tag match with OC. OC gets 2 promos. Then, Sammy's in a match by himself. Why not just put him in the tag match? Then Sammy kind of got 2 promos. So it was a little clunky through the beginning. I thought it picked up. I give Jericho and Roddy Strong credit. I highly enjoyed that fight. Predictable ending, but I'm okay with a predictable ending if you get there in a good way. I felt like that was kind of fun, Nick.
The first hour was shite. The second hour was all right. That's what it was. Nice little ditty, nice little rhyme to end it on.
Yeah, and I think you guys are right. You stake your claim to that Wednesday night. And I proposed this question to a couple people out on the internet today of, what happens? Could this cause more internal strife for Tony and AEW if, say, the Saturday show blows up? And even though it's on a Saturday, people want to see Punk, people want to see Miro, people want to see FTR and Thunder Rosa, and the Dynamite crowd, the Bucks and Kenny start getting pissy. What if the ratings drop to 600, 700 on Wednesdays?
If Collision starts to steal the audience from Dynamite, then you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, next thing you'll get, Umi and such being booked on Saturdays just to balance it out a little.
Then, well, that's when you'll get that brand split that'll differentiate pretty quickly. If this is AEW Collision is not only going to have ramifications just on that show alone, it's going to have ramifications across AEW as a company on a whole level.
Right. Was that the first? It's one of the first. I don't recall many other DQs. We had the count out, the first ever count out not too long ago. I was
going to say, I didn't know Dairy Queen was a sponsor of AEW.
Right. I wish. I could go for a Blizzard right now.
Thanks. Munchies.
I do not recall another DQ. If anybody out there
they don't pay attention to the rules. I mean, we just had 2 men walking across the whole concourse and everything.
Falls count anywhere, bro.
Yeah.
Roddy versus Jericho was fun. Jay White match was good. The Jungle Boy match was good. The ending of the show was great and gave me my first real pop. Yeah, you know what? It was like We Are NXT. Like, it was that vibe.
So then what's your rating for the show?
I'm going to go 7.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like can agree better than Raw. On that. I hadn't really thought of one, so I'll agree with you on that one because it's not bad, and I feel like your logic's pretty on par.
Yeah, I liked it better than Raw. Overall I enjoyed the what I got out of this show was more entertaining for me than Raw this week. So for the people that think I hate AEW, there you go.
Some of the stuff, even though you knew it was gonna happen or it could have, should have, would have happened, it was still nice to see it happen.
I think the peaks were higher, like the peaks and valleys of the show of like what I didn't like was, I haven't liked it. I'm not going to like it. Hopefully someone
was Raw the weakest show of the week so far, because the tag match on NXT was great. The back hour of Dynamite was great. I think what was really great on Raw, I would say,
not much. I like the ending of Raw, but it was a flat show. It wasn't a whole lot going on. We got Dana Brooke. I don't like Natalia. It is what it is. But yeah, no, Dynamite. I thought the second half of Dynamite tonight really saved the show. I really give them extra marks for how that ended. I haven't liked the BCC Elite rivalry. Like, I mean, we joked about it in the beginning of like, the Young Bucks are walking through an empty parking garage. 4 men are walking towards them, and they don't notice. And then they get mugged, and we're like, this is kind of stupid. They wrapped it up nicely. I thought, Adam Page might show up, and there he was, looking like Jack Sparrow.
Well, and there was a lot of stuff that initially you out of the gate of like, all right, this is same old AEW. This is everything that we thought they were going to do. It's an easy open season on AEW. And then the back half really pulled everything together.
Yeah, I thought part of me wanted, like, you take Sammy Guevara out of the JAS situation, but I thought we all expected Adam Cole and the match to kind of go the way it did, or at least that's kind of how I saw it playing out.
Yeah.
But I thought maybe if the, Jericho Society had shown up and gave, at least Adam Cole and Roddy a run for their money, but they battle out and still get the pin, I would have kind of liked that to be like, oh shit, we thought one thing. No, we're not going to get it. Oh, but we did get it. It's
but it was still fun because seeing them walk through the whole concourse and everything. And you still always, anytime it's a Chris Jericho match, you expect that by hook or by crook.
Yeah.
By the same reason you were expecting the JAS to show up, that could have been the reason that he won the match.
Yeah. And your buddy Cornette's going to call this 90s Raw for sure. Right? Like, this is just like 90s Raw.
Well, no, I think he'll find some flaw and some issue and everything. But it did remind me a bit of, and you can't disagree with me, of a bit of that, whether it be old school Nitro, shout out with the Collision logo, or even Attitude Era's Raw or anything like that, to where they're battling through the concourse. And you can watch the crowd follow them along and everything. That I didn't mind. The main event, I really didn't mind. You got the nice little pop of Hangman shows up out there, even though he's looking like fucking Mad Eye Moody there from Harry Potter and everything like that with the fucking pirate eye patch. But
right, my only pet peeve is Don Callis have vanished like David Copperfield, like vanished.
Pocket Sam.
Cornette is right 90% of the time. Cornette is often right. 90% might be a stretch, but listen, I'm a huge Cornette fan. This man's wearing the t-shirt. I like, we talk about it. We take in all of it. We listen and follow along and pay attention because we want to give you guys a straight down the middle shot. If somebody's doing good, we want to celebrate it. If someone's doing bad, we're just wrestling fans here. Cornette, he's strong opinionated. I know why people hate him, but dude, I mean, he is right.
We just want good pro wrestling is really what it is at the end of the day. And as much as we listen to that side or that side or that side or whatever, we still find that happy, creamy middle pause in the middle of the whole situation of this is good, modern pro wrestling.
Yeah. I started an Instagram page, which led me to where we're sitting right now because of Jim Cornette. That's the truth. Yeah, I so wanted to just go ham at him because he was shitting on AEW, and AEW was the first thing that excited me about wrestling in a long time. And the more I listened, the more I liked them. It was like, fuck. That's all that's happened.
Little did you know you have been slowly corrupted.
Right now, here I am on YouTube bitching about the same shit. The eye patch didn't bother me. Nah, I don't like the whole screwdriver. You don't like the screwdriver shit either, do you?
I didn't know everybody was Frankenstein, or you got to hit the the reset button of when are we going to get El Buzzo showing up of dun 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 dun,
right?
All of that.
Hangman Sparrow, I like it.
I got a Jordan. I got a Jordan.
Bro, get the fuck out of my head, man. No, 100%.
But you have heard of me.
But you have heard of me. Where did the term pet peeve come from? Did it start with?
This one guy had a dog, and he named it Peeve, and he kept petting
it. Didn't like shit.
It didn't like when it got pet. So yeah.
Right. Long-term booking on Don Callis reason on turning for Kenny. Yeah, listen, like I said, just be fair. The other critics out there.
What is the long term? We don't know the long term. We don't know any reason.
Yeah, it really
could be he ate my fucking last McNugget.
It does seem like short-term storytelling when it's incomplete. Now, the argument might be, well, wait till next week. Well, nobody wanted to wait for Brock for a week or two, so I just want to hold everybody to the same fire.
Announcement.
Yeah, I want to know, Don, what happened? Why? Give me a reason, Tony. Give me a reason, Don. You just lifelong.
If you like pina coladas, and getting caught in the rain, and be triggers in the rain.
Long-term booking, got that one.
If you're not into Omega.
Yeah, no kidding. Nick, I think that's kind of a good place to hit pause on some, pina coladas.
I was gonna say fucking Jimmy Buffett or
some Jimmy Buffett.
I remember if I'm right with that, but either way, you mentioned margaritas, so I thought Jimmy Buffett. But yeah, I think that's a good spot to end that at.
Right. Yeah, I agree with Boston on this one, Nick. I enjoyed that. I think we were okay. Yeah, not bad. And I think Double or Nothing's gonna be fun.
I instantly just think of the Kane Chris Jericho feud with like, you think this is about coffee?
Oh my. But yeah, folks, that is our stream tonight, 2+ hours. I know why Omega said, I don't know.
He hated the McRib.
Oh, okay. Folks, like I said, this was our stream. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday. Remember, tomorrow's Friday, Junior. The weekend is upon us. It's almost here. It's a long weekend in Canada, so haha. But yeah, Dynamite was the tale of 2 hours. First hour kind of clunky and not great. Second hour I thought banged out. Thank you for your ratings. Check out all our links below. Be a part of the family. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Like, share, and subscribe. Nick.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, you better put that for life with it.
Absolutely, folks. See you on the flip side. Come back tomorrow. We're going to have some fun. Good night.